free running in Springfield. Check it out. So imagine someone tells you they're out in Springfield one day and saw a group of young guys running through the city and jumping off buildings and stuff. You're probably going to think, great, another group of young hooligans, right? Except these guys weren't hooligans. They were athletes. And their name, the Misfits. A young, talented, parkour free-running group out of Springfield, Massachusetts.
My name is Joshua Ortiz, born and raised in Springfield. Been doing free running for about 3 or 4 months, and I plan on doing it for the rest of my life.
My name is Dimitri Crane, 20 years old, born in Springfield, Massachusetts. I love to free run. It's an awesome feeling to be at the top of the building, standing on the edge, literally. It feels good.
Parkour has been my way of getting rid of stress.
My name is Joshua Correa. I'm 17. I was born in Puerto Rico, but I'm raised over here in Springfield. I love free running. It's really amazing. You feel free. It's great.
My name is Giovanni Pagana. I'm 18 years old. I was raised in Springfield. I love to free run. My hobbies is drawing and martial arts.
What's it take for someone to do parkour?
It doesn't really take much. It actually, it can come and go. I mean, somebody from school, somebody who's uncoordinated versus somebody who's an athlete, pretty much anybody can do it. We all have different abilities and, different styles of how we parkour free run. And, it doesn't really matter the physical ability, it just matters the mental ability.
I mean, these kids were something else. They were constantly coming up with new areas they wanted to run through, different jumps they wanted to try. It didn't matter if they fell once, twice, soft, hard. They would just keep jumping, flipping, climbing. I mean, at one point we were up 1 story, like ninjas, 2 stories, 3 stories, and after a while I just started thinking, man, this is
sturdiness as
nuts.
Up. You reach up to a legend. There. And as you yank yourself up, just keep pulling.
I think what we get out of this is a sense of achievement. Being up this high, because nobody ever looks up. And just to know that we have the eye of a parkour athlete to see our way through obstacles and find different ways through things, I don't know, it just feels good, I first started parkour when I was about 10 years old. And, kind of like most kids growing up in the neighborhoods that I grew up in, people would always look for something to do, like a passion to stay out of trouble, to have fun. So a friend of mine had introduced parkour to me, a basic vault, a Kong vault. And I started attempting it, and it was pretty fun doing it. I loved it. So now here I am, 20 years old, 10 years later, and something that I've always wanted to do was have a free running team, because this is something that I'm passionate about. It'd be amazing to do this with other people, to spread this in the community, and I would love for people to see it in a positive light versus making us look like reckless kids, and that's what we really hope for.
So prior to the shooting, we came up with the idea that I would do a run with the guys. No crazy flipping or jumping from building to building or nothing like that, just one simple run. And the starting point was going to be climbing up this 9.5-foot wall. So my team wanted to get together and have a meeting, which I was all excited about up until it started. Basically, they wanted to tell me that before the day of the run, I should probably practice climbing up the wall. Why? Well, for one, I was non-athletic, out of shape, overweight, too slow, too short, too ugly, and too old to keep up with the Misfits. It was the most offensive meeting I've ever been in my life. So in the middle of all these insults, I decided to stand my ground and let them know exactly where I come from. Practice. You know what they used to call me back in the days, baby? Exactly. Yeah, let's just say I went to practice a couple more times after that. But anyways, then came the day of the run. And you know what? A couple weeks later and a few pounds lighter, I actually didn't do that bad. I was able to kick my way up the first wall, climbed up on the second wall, and after that, it was just a matter of trying to keep up. Alright, so maybe I'm not a parkour athlete, but you know what? This was one of those examples of taking the time to hang out with some of our youth and seeing what they were really about. And the experience was unforgettable. So if you ever find yourself in the middle of downtown Springfield, make sure you look up. You just might catch a glimpse of the Misfits.